Okay, so,
That's cool.
okay, here's another assumption that I have about the crop circles, is that they actually are communicating to us. Those two green dots up there are wire towers. They're towers, two wire communication towers. Okay, and then you've got this series of little dots that's climbing out of this communication tower duo, and then it takes a left-hand turn 90 degrees and goes bing, hello, into this very, very interesting design. And this is a design, this triplet design of having a large circle set by two smaller circles. This is a really common design. And I'm going to talk more about that in a little bit. There's a lot of fractals. There's the definition of a fractal is basically self-similar stuff that reflects on smaller or on sequential scale, let's call it. So in this particular one, you have the circle, and then you have the two on either side. Where have we seen that before? So the circle, the smaller circle, in a specific relationship of mathematical proportion, the larger, probably those two circles would fit inside the smaller circle. And then each one of those has two coming off of it. And then each one of those has two coming off of it. And each one of those has two little ones coming off of it. And each one of those has two little ones coming off of it and going down, 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 down. This particular glyph, do any of you know what it is? Okay, this came down across from the Chilbolton telescope. And the Chilbolton telescope is the one where the following year they had the reply, the reply to the Arecibo message. The Arecibo message was something that was sent out in 1975, and Carl Sagan was one of the inspirations for it. And they sent it out into space thinking, oh, it's going to be, just in case somebody out there might be listening and knows how to read radio signals, and maybe they can translate it, and however many 100 million light years they'll be able to send something back. And I think they shot it at Vega, which is supposedly like the closest star system that they think might have planets on it or something like that. So, but they thought, well, may as well try. And then in year 2001 came the reply in a field next to a telescope. And and they were thinking, well, how come they didn't send us back a radio reply? And it's because we probably never would have heard about it otherwise. It would have been sequestered and hushed up. Instead, it was in this field where everyone could see it, and it referenced very clearly the whole array, but from the point of view of other dimensional intelligence. And at the bottom of it, I'm not going to really tell you about that. That would be a whole thing. But at the bottom of it was a description, in the original message, was a little schematic of the telescope, whatever the thing was that they used to send the message out. They did a little schematic at the bottom of the message to say what that is. And at the bottom of the message that came back was a little schematic of this design that had appeared the year before. So this is a communication device. All of that was to say, this is a communication device. And the communication device is fractal. And this communication device starts with one and splits into two, splits into two, splits into two, splits into two. And it gets slowly and deeper until you get what I find very interesting is these little separate dots. It's like it's trying to seep into us that feel separate, that believe that we are not connected. All the rest of it is connected up. And it's like, but it's clearly part of the design. It is connected even though it looks separate. Okay. So that's a song in my musical.